Guys, welcome back to another video. We have today a little Jaguar. I was going to say XF, but is she an XF? She's an XE. The story behind this car is actually probably a funny one, which doesn't really body, but came on a truck today, and what happened to it, probably quite a funny story. It actually made some kind of a noise, and after it made some kind of a noise, they rang a garage man. The garage man said, get the car down to me. And they drove somewhere, the car wouldn't start, so they put a long tow rope on it and they went to tow it to the garage. When they were towing to the garage, with a transit, I believe, someone came out on a set of traffic lights because the rope was 30 metres long or whatever the heck it was, 20 metres long. And the car, a BMW, came out and flogged off the back of the transit while this thing was hanging on the rope behind it. And the road was shut down and the car to be picked up a truck and all that kind of crack. The truck brought the car, dropped the car, and lo and behold, we have to go along, have a look at it there today to see what the heck is going on. So I'm just after plugging in a scan tool at this point in time. What I am aware of, because I hopped in to press a button to try and start it. So in the immediate, what I have is, it was actually in fourth gear, and I'll show you why in a second. When I get in, press the brake, press the clutch, and then press my start button, I have nothing happening. So we have ignition on, ignition off, and we don't have any start. We have 90 battery low, actually, so that's a good thing. 98,945. I have an apprentice of mine out there. Ivan, you might run and get a booster pack for me, would you? Please. And it actually does look like the thing is starting. You know, it looked kind of dim there. It's not cranking, it's not spinning over. I actually see Gary Wood from Intelligent Autos has a video of diagnosing one of these. I also have one over there somewhere where I had one with a burnt hole in the piston, and I done very similar to Gary. I bought that car off the customer. I thought it was too good to leave go. So I have an engine for it that will need a time chain. I can do a video on it and then fit it in the car. So I might do a video on that. But for now, we're going to do this little tutorial on this XE. My one, I believe, is an XF. Auto scan. Stop waffling on, young man. Not that young anymore, am I? Okay, list. Ooh. First time I've seen that, or at least I wouldn't be familiar with it. ECM, PCM, internal engine off timer performance. Engine start not possible. Okay. Charge, cooler, pump control open circuit. I'm not calling it default because maybe you can see him. Actuator supply A, circuit low. Piston cooling, I think I've seen someone has a solenoid. Actually, Alan could have one of those items replaced on a Range Rover or Discovery or something before, which would have the 2 litre Ingenium engine in it. Fault indicator lamp requested by ABS control module. Lost communication with vehicle immobilizer. High speed CAN. Lost communication with ABS. Lost communication. Genie Mac. Right, this could be an interesting one. This is very much like a CAN communication fault, but could it be battery related? Do I see battery voltage here? We have the booster pack on it there now. We have 11.6 volts. Just might disconnect that booster pack for me for 1 second. The booster pack, could it be disconnected now? Yeah. Okay, it didn't change too much. You can put it back onto it if you mind. Okay, we've a whole load of CAN stuff here in image processing, etc., etc., etc. Okay, that is an interesting one. I'm going to print these rather than having them on camera, and I'm going to stop the video now, and I go back in once I've been printed, and I can go along and try and show a few more bits. Are we getting, I don't know, control from a button or what the heck is going on here? But in theory, they're interesting kind of ones, aren't they? Okay, I'm pressing print. Apprentice is going getting pages for me, and I just went to press a button or two, and then I went, ooh! So you know them ooh moments. It actually cranked. Didn't clear faults. I didn't do anything crackers, but back on again. Unless it's because of battery voltage, because we're gone kind of up a little bit there now. But it did start. I don't like the sound of it, but it's not so bad. Whoa, wished. Watch that, guys. Oh, awesome. That is awesome, lads. Could it be that easy? That is bloody awesome. What was I looking at? Oh, perfect. I even run in and turn off that car first, will you? Not a diamond chain anyway. It's rattling like the J's, but it's not a diamond chain. How simple was that, lads? I can't be just sometimes really lucky. Look in there. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bay. Ground strap. Ground strap broken. There's actually, oh, hey lads, okay. Here's the thinking about it and trying to figure out which is simplified. By me putting on, or even putting on the booster pack, what he has done is we've sent basically battery voltage in here, but then by grounding it ourselves with that cable, basically, or in theory, when we went to start it, we gave it our ground. So I've often seen where I one time years ago would have tried to check a ground strap, and I might go from battery negative, if a battery was, close by, battery negative, to an engine bay to see is my ground strap good, or if I could do it on battery positive. But we've just found, fixed and resolved the problem there within, what, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Too easy. I suppose the crack is now get that eye changed, fixed, repaired, something, and see where we go. But the sparks, did you see the sparks without that? That was so cool. Anyway, let's get it repaired. Okay guys, welcome to my messy corner. But there is a Jaguar engine that I bought for my other Genie one that I just said I'd have a little look and just see, is there a ground strap on it? And lo and behold, we have that baby all the way in, bolted onto the engine mount, and that is broken in here because this thing came out of a hard crashed wagon. Well, that's the strap we need anyway. Gonna remove it and get it fit in the other car. Et voila, guys. Just like that, we have, see, a different breed of an earth strap, as in this one is covered or coated and that one is not. That we have gone in here, but the long and short of it is our broken piece is gone. In goes, as I said, that. And will we just press a button and see what happens? I'm going to leave my few bits and pieces of tooling thrown around there for a moment. What was that? I don't know, I'm trying to figure out what was that nut out of. Maybe it was that. Oh, it's off the expansion jar there that I have to replace in a second, yeah. Okay. Let's jump in. I have no gloves on me, and I wedged my hand down to change the thing. So look, I was trying to keep that off camera maybe, but sure, you're not going to get to see that off camera at this point in time. Okay, we're back. We've only 11.8 volts. Just see what happens. Battery is dead, so we need booster pack back on again. You might try on that booster pack again, or battery again. In theory, if it tried to write that, we couldn't have done it. If I was watching me on camera, I'd be saying, this man is making up bogus brakes. My good friend David Sterling would probably say, that was all derived for camera. It so wasn't. It's just cool that it's not, there is a timing chain rattling in it, but it's not, that's not our problem today. Basically it was a no crank, no start. This thing was doing the run around as well, where it was planned to go to another lad and didn't go, blah, blah, blah. But here we are, if it's just... Okay, we're up and running at this point in time. You can take it off now, okay, Ivan. And to be honest with you, it actually doesn't sound too bad once you've been running. I don't know how long it stopped for, but we do have, cobwebs and dust underneath nooks, crannies, crevices, cracked underneath wipers. So it is stopped with a while, dare I say, and it has the look of a Yoko stopped with a while. But is there any more to say on this one? What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drive it home this evening. I will quick erase a few faults just to get them gone. I have them printed out here for reference for this evening or tomorrow morning when I'm bringing it back down. But I will drive it home tonight, see what way it acts, and then see where we stand tomorrow morning. That was an easy one. It was only lucky though. It was purely, we didn't have a voltmeter, we didn't do a voltage drop testing, we didn't do any of that kind of crack, which is fantastic. You do like a nice short fast one sometimes, but here's the car. Customer getting a runaround again that lads won't take on. It's a Jaguar, I don't want it. And again, maybe this is what Gary Wood on his, and he said that on a kind of the evolution of his YouTube channel, and I missed him in the Auto Mechanic. I would have liked to see him, but anyway, I didn't get to. Dave Sterling was talking to him, that was with us, but I didn't get to talk to him myself. But he was hoping that he'd have something small, fast and easy like this, and lo and behold, this was that one that he wanted. He has a chain gone out of whack, which is a good video. Watch Intelligent Auto's channel. But for now, I think we're just gonna, we've a green tree here, we're back on Tapology. We'll go give it a couple of miles tonight. We know our miles, don't we? So we have 98,945. I'm probably going to do maybe 15 or 20 tonight. We'll go and see from there where we stand tomorrow morning. Have we any communication faults back? I doubt it. I'd say that was causing the whole lot of it. Was it that broken wire? I am just after driving a couple of miles home to my own house, ground strap from there. And I'm kind of smiling all the way home because this is a really horrible, dirty trade. Might look okay sometimes on camera because you might give yourself a clean up before you actually record or whatever it may be, or, you know, put in the snippets you want to show. But driving home the road, I'm driving home every step of the way with a smile on my face. Why am I smiling? Because sometimes you can be so lucky. And is it really my look, or is it the owner's or the customer's look? Could I have went down a rabbit hole? Could I have chased after, you know, everything from compression tests to, you know, cam crank correlation, whatever it may be, injectors? I don't know. Just puts a smile on your face. And this is one that I find has made me feel good on the way home. Anyway, just for now, I'll touch base with you again in the morning, maybe on first. Maybe I'll try, here, do you know, I was going to say we do first start. We'll do a start there now. And fingers crossed at my own gate. This thing is going to start, and it did start. I don't even have a scan tool, guys, with me, so I have nothing connected to this, but I think she's driving as smooth as you'll ever get. And could, if the engine was stopped for a long period of time, and then I put it into fourth gear and I pushed the car forward and backwards to make sure the engine rotated, it wasn't seized. So I would have pushed the chain anti-clockwise. Chain could have been done. I'm looking for maybe some kind of something. Could have been done, don't know, but it is quite sweet as a nut there at this point in time. Touch base with you in the morning. First start of the day. Let's see what way she acts. Clutch pressed, brake pressed. Key on. Okay, et voila. Let's get down to the garage and see what faults we have, if we have any. Back in the garage, and we do know we have a flat or a soft tyre. I also do know that we've two keys here because customer provided them, and there's a battery flat inside it. So we're going to have some kind of communication or faults about flat batteries, etc., etc. I was just talking to the customer about this car and what the story, or the way the story goes. Actually, I should be showing you these, sorry. Okay. That, as I said, is a problem that Alan had seen at some stage. Generator control circuit performance range intermittent. Don't know if that would be something that we would have had. Might be something actually worth looking at out here before we send the car out on the road. I might actually link one of Alan's videos on that, the fixing of that, from Dacia Diagnostics, D-E-I-S-E Diagnostics. Alan, chap that works me, one of the coolest men you'll ever meet in your life. But yeah, look, I might do a link for his video on that. Don't really mind about that. But that's kind of our CAN bus related ailments are gone. Bits that we don't rightly mind about right now. So that was relatively nice, relatively easy, relatively fast. And again, just to show a little tab broken and a broken tab there. How cool and easy was this? 2 months, 8 weeks, it's off the road. As he said there when I rang him, a couple of chaps after looking at it thought it was alternator, thought it was starter, could get it going with a push. Were we just really lucky on this one? Now, not that we wouldn't have found the fixing of it, but did it happen faster than we kind of maybe would have presumed? We would have thought timing chain, would have thought all that kind of stuff. But yeah, look, here, anyway, at this point in time, we're done, we're dusted. So, guys, please like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if it's any good to you. And yeah, talk to you all next cartoon. Peter Kennedy, sign out. See you later, boys.